Morning. Welcome to Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the Morning. I'm your host, famous cartoonist Art Baltazar. That's me right here. This is my coffee, Speedy Gonzalez mug. I'm going to say things to you for a little bit. Famous Cartoonist Says Things in the Morning doesn't really mean it's um, factual. Maybe it's factual. I just say things. I say things. So it might be real, it might be opinion, it might be the truth. Well, it's my truth. It's the truth I have. So there's different levels of saying things. I gotta itch my eye. Oh, that's much better. I had an eyelash in my eye. How does that get in there? Feels like it should be in there more often. It's so close. But I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you had your coffee today. I'm here to hang out a little bit before I get to work. I drew a whole bunch of stuff yesterday, and I uh, I drew until I had to fall asleep, and then I'm wide awake. I'm my body gets physically tired, but then I lay down and my mind awakens. Boom! It's like the force awakens, but the mind awakens. And then I couldn't sleep. I was there for like 2 hours before I just had to get up and start writing more in my book. And then I had to do it. I had to crack open a bottle of ZQL. I had to do it. I did it. I took a swig and it worked eventually. But the ZQL helps you fall asleep, kind of. It's different. I don't know. If you're exhausted, you don't need it. But if your mind is on, man, you sometimes it's not going to help. But the hardest thing about ZQL is waking up in the morning. You feel it. It's still in there, like oh. But I did it and managed. But my hours are slowly shifting. So this is famous cartoonist says things in the morning at your lunchtime. Says things in the morning for lunch. I see Chris Erickson, Two Sheds is here, and Mark Van Slyke is here, and Jamie Cosley, the Force Krakens. Good morning, fellas. I'm glad you're here with me with my coffee. Yeah, but I feel like I have to do this. This feels like a thing I do every day now, which isn't bad. It feels like I do this now to start the day, and now I have 3 tiers instead of looking ahead at this giant mountain of a day that you have to accomplish. Oop, I'm shifting. And now I can see the tiers, get to this plateau, get to this one. And the video, the good morning video with coffee is the first one. Like I'm drinking coffee anyway, so I might as well record it. I get dressed for you guys and stuff, you know. And this painting, I finished this Batman painting here. On the Saturday, I did a live painting stream, a live painting show. I don't want to call them streams no more. From now on, I'm calling all my streams shows. Like this is my morning show. Oh, that's more impressive. No one else does that. And then on Saturday, I had a live painting show. And then this Saturday, I might do it again because I have this painting here that is going to be something. It's going to be a Neptunian from this Mego Star Trek. But now I got some more choice. This painting kept me awake at night thinking about it because I want to show his arms, his flippers, and his wings underneath his outfit. So I might change it up a little bit. But the basis colors there, the base foundation. And I have Beta Ray Bill here somewhere. I'm gonna paint him. So we'll see. I'm gonna paint a few things. But after I painted on Saturday, um, my muscles are sore. My everything works up here, but my glutes and my thigh glutes, all that stuff's real sore. But as long as I'm sitting and chilling, I'm okay. So I couldn't tell what the difference with you the other day, and then I realized you weren't wearing your glasses. Yeah, I don't really need the glasses to see up close. So I'm sitting a little far so I can read your things. But I could see fine like this, and it actually looks better. All right, I could see better. But I think I look better with the glasses on. See, it completes. It completes the. It completes. So that's why I wear them for you guys. So I can look better, and I can look. It's more Clooney-esque. So what would George Clooney do? He would look his best at all times. You know. Oh my God, this is so good. Good morning, D. Brad. And I have another Zoom meeting to go now. Oh, okay, man. Do your Zoom. You got to do. Zoom meetings are important. They usually involve school and work and things like that. So he'll be around. He's one of my true supporters. He's always here. Let's see. Teresa's here. Hey, Shug. What's up, Shug? My cousin Treese. She's awesome. But yeah, man, doing my thing. So what else should we talk about? What do you guys want to know? But what kind of coffee do you drink? This is regular coffee. It's we buy the containers. It's either Maxwell House or Folgers or one of those. I think this one came in the blue container. So whatever the blue one is, I put 5 scoops in the morning, and usually my wife makes it because she's up at 4 o'clock in the morning. She's an essential worker, so she has to leave the house. She has employees that have to answer to her, or after she has to answer to employees more likely. They call her up, they email her all day, so she has to provide answers to people in times of stress. So that's her. She's essential, but she's home early. She's home about before 3. But she makes the coffee in the morning, and then when I wake up, I sometimes I see her leave, but sometimes I don't, and then I make my coffee, and it's regular. It's not fancy. It's Folgers or whatever's red. It's the red plastic containers. Oh, it says right there, Folgers, because I use the tubs for water for painting. So I got Folgers, Maxwell House, whatever it is. I know Folgers was the coffee my grandma drank because it used to have an old guy on there, like an old guy holding like this, but he had a turban, like a white turban and a yellow outfit, and that's the same one. That's what made me buy Folgers because my grandma would buy that. But he's not on the package no more. They got rid of a lot of people on packages. So, I don't know. They don't want to offend nobody, but that's how I knew what coffee I wanted. The one with the little yellow man on it. Well, that's okay. Take another swig. Oh, this is good though. And I just add a little cream in there. I I put a little cream. I love it when it's fresh, of course, when it just comes out of the pot and you can pour it and it makes the noise. But I had to microwave it, so it's not bad. But the microwave heat doesn't stay very long, so you have to heat it up as and try to keep it warm. So it seems like that when I do the coffee and the live show, the morning show, by the time I'm done the morning show, my coffee's warm. It's like I say, it's Luke Skywalker warm, or room temperature. But the room's kind of chilly all the time. My basement is a little bit cool. Yeah, that was a good question. It got me talking. Oh, I got some more comments. Let's see. Girl, try Ubon. Oh, we used to do Ubon. We used to do Ubon coffee, but uh, it got more expensive where I was. Like these, I forget what the coffee prices are, but like if these things are like $3 or $4 a can, Ubon was like $7 or $8. So, but my Target doesn't have Ubon, I don't think. Well, my wife does the shopping, so I don't know. But we used to try Ubon, was really good. That was always on my that was always in my cabinet. But we keep our extra coffee and peanut butter and things in the garage on the shelf. Yeah. Remember oh, people are trying all kinds of stuff. Oh, good. Coffee tips from Art. Yeah, man. Yeah, Adam. How you doing, bud? And then Johnny Logan. So my coffee is hot cold. Ronnie. Rory's here. Oh, yes, sir. Yeah, man. Iced coffee's cool too. But we used to remember in 2012 when the Aztec calendar told us that the world was going to blow up? Well, we weren't sure about that. You know, if you believe in aliens and Sasquatch and prophecies and things like that, you have to believe in something. Like I said before, that if there's a word for it, then it has to exist. There has to be a word for it. There has to exist. So the Aztec calendars and the Aztecs thought this thing existed. But but it's the prophecy, the philosophy, not the prophecy. The philosophy was that's as far as their calendar went to 2012. And I told everyone, just relax, because the Aztecs probably wrote and said, "Oh, that's far enough. We won't need to continue. We ran out of rock anyway to carve on." So, like I said, I may not be accurate, but it's famous cartoonist says things because I'm saying things. So, in 2012, when we kind of thought maybe the world will blow up, maybe this is the end of our existence, maybe things are going to change tomorrow, we stocked up on a lot of things. It wasn't like panic like people are doing now. You know, we didn't rush and buy 20 gallons of water or nothing like that. But we stocked up for on peanut butter, on things that wouldn't go bad. We had coffee, peanut butter, we had batteries, we had some water. Well, we did we lined up. We have some shelves in our garage that we filled up. So ever since that mass hysteria of the end of the world scenario, those shelves in our garage have been for coffee and peanut butter. So when we buy extra, we buy the big tubs of peanut butter, we buy the big coffee. So that's where they sit in the garage. But the world didn't blow up, which was really cool. And the best thing about that was the next day, we had a whole bunch of batteries. We had a whole bunch of batteries for the remote control and the Wii, because the kids were playing the Wii. And we had a whole bunch of food and peanut butter sandwiches for years. And that was the best thing about the end of the world scenario. Time for a drink. Oh, so good. Rory will be right back. All right, man. If I'm here when you get back, feel free to join in. And yeah, I have to get that U-bomb when it's on sale, definitely. And I'll try my best. I haven't seen it in a while, but we used to I used to shop all the time. But I used to shop when my kids were real little. When I would stay home with the kids when they were tiny or babies, and my son was when he was born, I would went, you know, they have the routine that in the morning you feed them, then they poo, and then you clean them up, and then you go for a walk because you know you got at least 2 hours before he's gonna poo again. So so I'd put him in a stroller, and then I'd walk to the stores. But I only get one thing. Like I would go to, at that time in my neighborhood there was a Target, there was a Walgreens, there was the Jewels, not the Jewels. That's how you say it in Chicago, the Jewels, but it's just called Jewel. There's no the or the s, Jewel, but Chicago calls it the Jewels. So I used to go to the Jewels Oscos, and then I used to go to there was Pete's Market that had breaded steak milanesa. So I would feed my little boy. I would let him run around the house in the morning. I'd change him first, let him run around, let him get real hungry. I'd feed him, then probably change him again. And then I had a routine. I would go for a walk. I put him in the buggy, in the baby stroller, and then we walk. And I go to Target, but I'd only buy like one thing, one or two things, because it would fit in the bottom of the stroller. I'd either buy a gallon of milk or a U-Bahn coffee. I remember that's when I would buy it. And so I'd walk through the neighborhood eventually, and then come back. And then by the time I get home, and we relax a little bit, and then we eat again, and then my wife would come home from work, and that was the routine every day for a few years. And then when he was about 2 years, 2.5, we had a baby girl. So now I did the same thing with them. And by this time I had a double stroller, which was really cool. And I put them both in there and I walk around. And one time I was walking through the park, and I was walking through the park with gallon of milk or my case of soda, whatever it is that fit in the double stroller, because they had that storage thing in the back. And I was walking through the park, and there was a whole bunch of guys playing soccer, just like macho men playing soccer, kicking the ball, screaming in Spanish and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I have to walk through this park, and I have babies, but I go through the park because I live on that side of the park. So I walk through the park pushing my stroller, and then all I hear is, "Hey!" The guys were whistling at me, woohoo, and whistling and doing the smooches like that. And I stopped with my stroller and turned and looked at all the guys, and I gave them the biggest finger. It was like this. I went like this to all the guys, and then they all started laughing. And then I went like I grabbed my handle of the stroller, walked walked away, and I had to keep from laughing myself. But I'm like, man, I hope they get this joke because I don't need like 16 guys beating me up, taking my babies. But that would have been fun. That was funny. So that's what I went through. I was the least macho man in the neighborhood, you know. But that's okay. I did good. I had to get home to prepare meals for the family. That was my thing. Watch babies, do some shopping, prepare meals, and then at night when my wife came home, I would draw some comics. But I wasn't working a lot. I wasn't working with DC Comics yet until my but I was working with Disney Adventures, and Disney Adventures Gorilla. I was working with that. The first strip came out the month before, or the month after my son was born, or the month before or something. Yeah, my son was born in August. Disney Adventures came out in September 2003, and so I was working the whole time with babies. So that was a nice that was a nice thing, you know. Let me see what people are saying. We have to get on sale. I'll be right back. All right, over over by there to Jules. Yeah, that's what people call it. Over by there to Jules on 33rd Street. Yeah. And Lawrence Shalaba, my cousin. Is it too early for iced coffee beer? No. No. It's noon '08 right now. And you'll learn that you'll learn. Well, you got little babies, so yeah, you got to go easy, just enough to so you can feel it, just enough to feel it, and then because you got babies, you don't want to pass out and have them poo on everything and eat stuff and get lost. And you got a little baby doesn't even she don't have teeth yet nor walk yet, so she's you got a little cute Margaret and Connie, so you gotta do your thing. But yeah, it's never too late. You could sip it, make something to sip. Um, you'll realize that you could drink anything you want all day long. And once you start to question, there's always that best friend. You ask your best friend, is it okay that I'm drinking this on a Tuesday afternoon? It's not even 2 o'clock yet. I was asking Franco one time, and he says, are you getting your work done? I said, yes. Are you meeting your deadlines? Yes. Are you beating the kids? No. He says, are you passing out on the kitchen floor? It's like, no. He goes, is everything happy in your house? I go, yeah. He goes, well, yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's called being functional, you know. But just do it. Moderation. My wrestler friends told me everything in moderation, and I heard that from a guy who looked like a god. So I'm like, okay, you look like the son of Zeus. And he said anything in moderation. So that's what you do. Life tips from a famous cartoonist. I've been through it all. I haven't been out of the house since 2004 maybe. And Adam says that was the best no I've ever heard for an answer. Is it never too early? Question. No, it's never. No. Yeah, man. You it's never too early. You just do it. It's hard like when we were camping one year. I was young 20s. And you know, when you camp, you're out late, you're sitting around the fire, everybody's drinking beer and eating stuff and chips and dip and there's other things going around, but you know, I never partake in other things. But and then in the morning, everybody's hurting. You know, they're walking around like zombies. Oh, but the funniest part is like when you're all out late and everybody's tired But when you're 20s, you could bounce back real quick. And when you go around the fire in the morning, you're just in the morning and everyone's wearing their sweatshirts or their coffee, and one guy comes out with a beer and starts drinking beer at like 7 a.m. That's the funnest part. So you could do that if you want. Yeah, yeah. You can do whatever you want. Just watch your kids. I used to put my kids. I used to be in a room with the kids and just close the doors and just I would bring them in my bedroom and just make sure they can't get anything. Take the fragile things off the dresser so in case they climb it or tip it or whatever. And but no, there's ways to do it. I lay on the floor with the kids all day. Like I said I watched Dora the Explorer for like 8 years. 8 years every day in the morning. I just lay on the floor and watch Dora the Explorer and that fox that would stay swiper no swipey. And then I watched Diego because it took a long time for the kids to get out of that and grow it. And the first, in the first kid, you can't wait for them to go to school. It takes about 4 years for that to happen. But then in the meantime, you got another one. So I was on a shit, and he's like 2.5 years older than her. So they were on the floor with me all the time. And I always had a kid on my back, like laying on my back like that. But that's cool. I like that stuff. But they're teenagers now, and I put my head on them. I lean on them. But make sure they're doing okay. My girl's upstairs cooking something right now. And that's the cool thing too. Is like I want to make something, and my girl likes to bake. She likes to cook. She likes to look at things and make concoctions and follow directions, and she does good. She likes to make recipes. Mark Van Slyke said, when do you paint? When do your paintings look appear in your books? When you do paintings that appear, okay. When you do paintings that appear in your books, how do you scan into your book? I don't suspect that they fit on a scanner. No, I take a photograph. I take a photograph of the paintings when they appear, and then I just I take the photograph and then like email it to myself or throw it in the cloud folder. But it's easier when I take a photo and I email it to myself, and then I open my email and cut and paste it and put it in my art. So I know there might be a different way to do that. And let me do white moisture. And so there might be another way to do that, but that's how I do it. I take a photo, and the photo seems like when it appears in a book, it's so dense, it smashes it, so it's real clear. And you'll see in my books, there's a lot of photos of things. Like I always use a photo of pancakes. I use a photo of, I was using a photo of Mark Wade for a while. So there's a lot of different things. So it's funny. Did you watch the Dora movie? It's super fun. I want to. I never seen it. And every time I try to get it, the kids are like, "Oh, we're not gonna watch." But I can't watch. Like, I think I had to pay for it, and that's what stopped us. Like, I forgot what it was, but I'm gonna get that. I really thought that looks cool, and the girl looks like Dora, and I think the monkey's in there. I think it's Machete is the voice in a monkey. I really want to see it. It looks like a fun movie. I know it's not gonna be an amazing thing, but it looks fun. I'm gonna go in there and enjoy it because I'm a big Dora the Explorer fan because she keeps things evergreen. She's always there. She's always has a new person, a new baby that's gonna enjoy her show. And that's how I feel like my books are. I'm always gonna have new kids who are gonna discover my books. So they stay evergreen. You could read them for a while, you grow up to move on to other things, but then the next people in line read my books. And same with Dora. The next babies and kids in line watch Dora, and it doesn't change. It's pretty cool. It doesn't have to grow with the audience. It just stays there. Dora's always 5 years old, you know? So it's pretty cool. And Margaret's first tooth popped in. Oh, congratulations. Wow, she's only a few months old and she's already got a tooth. I forget how fast the teeth come in, but they're always coming in on the bottom tooth and it's all real soft and small. And they got bumps on the top all the time. That's cute. Congrats, Lauren. Those days are long gone. The years were short, but that's how it feels, right? Yeah, Treese. Babies grow up fast. And then when they're little, you can't wait for them to get to the next stage. Like, I liked when they were really, really tiny and you could just put them in one spot and they wouldn't move. But then once they start rolling over, you're like, uh-oh, they're mobile, and then once you walk away and they start following you, they're crawling on the floor, and it's just fun stuff. And then they start walking. It gets active between the ages of 2 and 3. That's when you got to pay attention. That's where every 10 minutes you're doing something different just to keep up with the kids. But that's a fun time. Yeah, and then you wait for them. You know what a big accomplishment is. What I realize is the day they can get in the car and put their own seatbelt on. Like, wow, oh my God, I don't have to lift you up anymore. That's a huge accomplishment right there. And because you gotta, there's an order to put the kids in the car. If you're by yourself, you gotta put the little one in first, and then because then if you put the other one, then one little one might wander off. You gotta go get her and put them back. But if you have both parents, and we had the van with both doors open on the side, so we were able to put them both in together, and but that was a big accomplishment. Once the kids could get in the van themselves, like if they could just hop in, that's the accomplishment. And then you buckle them up. You don't have to lift them no more. That was cool. And see, I think you'll laugh. It's not an Oscar winner, but it's fun. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna. Oh, somebody's trying to call me, but I'm not gonna answer that. It's probably a telemarketer. And then let's see. Renee. Oh, that's my cousin, Renee. Hi, everyone. Dylan just started getting into comics. Oh, cool. Here, little guy's he's about 5 now, isn't he? We've been enjoying your lives. Oh, really? You've been enjoying the lives? Oh, thank you, Renee. He has a few comics from your store in Skokie. Oh, cool. Oh, thanks, Renee. That's cool. Your guys are so cool. And Grandpa Billy's so proud, and Grandma Pat, they're so happy. When I talk to Bill, he can't get enough of your little boys, and that's so cool. Yeah, keep reading. I'll keep making more. I'm glad you're liking these live streams, and I go on here, and every time before I go on, I ask myself, what am I doing? What am I doing? Who's watching? But I see when I'm done, I see the live people watching is at like 9, but then when I finish, it says like 89 people watched you today or 147. So people are chiming in and backing up and chiming in and coming back, and so it's really fun. And I feel I have things to say in the morning. I'm just telling you stories. It all started with, what coffee do I buy? And Tree says, my cousin Tree, seems all my cousins are here. My cousin Lauren, my cousin Renee, my cousin Tree. I got Mark Van Slyke. I got Chris Two Sheds. D. Brad was here for a little bit. Rory was here. And Tree says, I'm not going to lie. I don't miss diaper bags and strollers. But I do miss them little. Now my babies are 18 and 14. Goes by fast. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Mine are 14 and 16. We're the same. We're the same, you and me. The same. But yeah, I don't miss the diapers. I don't miss changing them. I like watching them eat. When it was fun when I watch him eat, because one guy used the spoon, eat his cereal, and then the baby would just eat her cereal with her hand. Oh, that was fun. But yeah, I like them. I like them now. I like them big. I like them where I could talk to them and I ask them what they're doing, and they could tell me things now, and I'm not bored. It's like a lot of times they're like, when you're little, it's little kid talk, But now I like them. They're intelligent. They're people. They're human beings. They're people in my house, and I have all these people, and there's 5 of us all together. So and we're all home now. So we're all here, and they eat real food, and like when they're little, you don't even have to buy. Like if you want to go through a drive-through, get some on the way home, you don't have to buy them anything. You just get home and give them crackers or something, whatever they eat. They're not going to eat a burger, but my kids used to like that little baby pastas. But you just give them some of those. But now everybody wants to eat. So a drive-through window is like $80. By the time you're done, it's like, wow, I spent $80 for a burger. But that's what it is to provide, to be the father, the parent. I have to provide. That's why I have to draw comics all night. Oh, hey, how's the knee? Is that for me? My knee? I'm not sure. Is that my knee or Renee's knee? Replying to Renee. Oh, it's probably Renee. All right, you guys discuss. And went to Lori's for stitches. Oh, Renee's good. Sounds like Renee had an injury. I don't wish. I wish you full recovery. You don't want to be. You don't want to suffer because you got kids to chase. Her kids are little. Take another swig for the working man. Oh, that's so good. It's so. It's like coffee has a time and place for coffee. If you're drinking coffee at the right time, oh, it's so soothing. It works. But if you're drinking it after you've already don't need it, it's just a taste, and it's just something social. Coffee is a drink that it's better with friends. Like I will go to Starbucks about 2 or 3 times a week just to sit there and have a cup of coffee, and I would draw in my sketchbook, and that's where a lot of my stories came out. I would draw a lot of my stories at Starbucks. I'm gonna show you my sketchbook, even though you guys seen it already. This is it. Every time I get a sketchbook, I put stickers because if I don't, they all look the same. They're all black sketchbooks. They open different ways. I have one that opens another way. I'm going to show you that. I have like several here. Here, I'm going to show you this one. See, this one's cool. It's got another sticker, my friend Alejandro. But this one opens this way, which is cool. It opens long. It opens like a sideways book. So I'll go to Starbucks and I'll draw in this thing. I'll draw in here. And I'll sit there and just doodle and make stories. And it's the best atmosphere to get creative. And I also like to write at airports, which is like I'll get to the airport 4 hours before my flight is even getting ready to board. And I'll sit there in my gate and just get a cup of coffee and get in one of those big chairs and just sit there and write. And I come up with the best stories. And I think it's just being in the zone, having that white noise around, just like nothing to listen to particular. And I'm not looking at anything. So I just sit there and draw. And it's funny that people see me doing that, but nobody ever asked me anything. So I don't want them to anyway, but that's where I get all my drawing done or my writing. And a few days ago, I think Sunday, it was 60 degrees. I was in the 60s. So I went on my deck and started writing, and I was out there for about 3 hours, and I got a lot of stories done. I can't wait for it to be warm again. Maybe it's out there today, but usually in the weekends, because during the week I got a lot of things to do. I got a lot of accomplishments. Let's see. Hey, Aunt Patsy. Hey, Artie. Hey, Aunt Patsy. Hi, Pat. This is like a family. It's like family reunion stuff. Aunt Patsy loves the cold brew at Starbucks. Yeah, it's so good. It's good. I get a what's it called? What's the large venti? I get venti coffee with cream. That's it. That's all I tell them. Venti coffee with cream. And my wife does. She thinks I'm getting something special, but I just said no. It's just a large coffee, because I have Starbucks cards. I got Let me get. I got moisture. I got Starbucks cards for Christmas, which is awesome. And as everyone I know knows that I like to go to Starbucks and write. So I got like 5 or 6 Starbucks gift cards. So I have like $70 worth of coffee that I still have to cash in. I might have about $30 left, maybe $40, but I kept going over there, and I have like they're all stashed in my wallet. And one half of my wall is real thick with Starbucks cards, and it's kind of fun. So when I give my wife the card, here, go get me a coffee, and she's confused, like, well, what do you drink? I said, just a large coffee. She's like, yeah, but what do you say? I like, just tell them large coffee with cream, and they'll make it. And then she said, but what's the word you use? I said, venti. And then she wanted to know what venti was, and I said, because Starbucks makes up their own sizes. And Venti's means big or large or whatever. So I think that's funny. Yeah. Scott Smith, we need a Harold's Chicken in South Carolina. Make it happen, man. I will. I'll try. I have to shout out to my South Carolina peeps and say, hey, where's Harold's? I'm coming. I need a Harold's. And I haven't been to Harold's in I wanted to go there this weekend, but it didn't work out. I don't know what happened. I didn't leave the house. I went to get boards. I forgot what happened. I didn't go, but I want to go to Harold's this weekend, and I know they do curbside. I want to call them, and I'm willing to wait an hour, 2 hours, just to have the girl come out with my chicken. Here you go, famous cartoonist, and then I go, and I mean, I'm gonna take a swig. I found out a little secret about Harold's. I kind of knew this secret, and I tested it. Last time I went, or one of the last recently, wasn't the last time I went, because last time I went, I ate there, and I ended up being on a security camera on my Facebook feed. I put the photo up there. It's pretty funny. But when I went there, I I ordered just a meal, whatever I ordered, and the guy took my order and I paid, and I gave him like $8 in the tip jar. I go threw it in there, and he went, "Oh, thank you." I said, "It's for you guys," and it was like it wasn't even 20% tip. It was like more like it was almost 50%, 40%. I put it in there, and then I got my food in like 10 minutes. It was so awesome, and I like that's trick. And people were waiting there, but I tipped, and then I got all my food, and I bet people were like, "How did he get it?" And then you gotta tip them, give them some tip money, have something extra, and you'll get good service, and they'll remember you. Hey, there's the guy who gives me $8. That's pretty cool. Register one Starbucks card and all the rest onto one. Oh, really? You get awards as well. Oh, I didn't know that. And not and. Okay. Yeah, I'll try that. I have like 6 of them. And every time I run out of one, I just throw it away. I let them keep it. And they the one guy there at Starbucks said, "Should I file it for you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, file it away." So I'm reducing them. I was down. I had 6. I might be down to 4. But yeah, it's getting there. Just my wallet's thick. But I wish it was thick with cash, you know? Let's stick with Starbucks money. Starbucks coffee for all my friends. And then the cool thing is you could buy anything, just coffee. You could buy a cookie. You could buy a sandwich, whatever they got. But Starbucks is not known for sandwiches. They taste like the sandwiches I microwave here when you buy those. Nah, I don't like just coffee. Stick to the coffee. The cookies are good, the chocolate chip cookies. But not supposed to have that, you know. They're old and blood sugar. But, you know, you could do it. You do it in the morning. Go there when you need to. Go there when you need the sugar rush. And then, oh, man, your creative juices will flow and they'll pour onto the page and you'll be awesome. That's the trick with pizza delivery too. Yeah, it is. I make sure I give them money. And it's going to cost a little more. The pizzas already now these days are $40 for a pizza. You just give the guy more money. I try to tip about $8. And a $5 tip's okay. But when it's $8, they remember you, man. And you get the same guy. I get the same guy all the time. And you just do it. You know, I give like I give him if it's $63 and something cents, I'll give him 64. Then I'll put a 5 in there, and then if I got singles, boom, 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 give him some singles. But that's how it goes. And I like it when after I do a convention, I have a lot of pizza money and shoe money because my kids need shoes all the time. But pizza money is what we use it for. And we use our cash. I put a bunch of money in the bank, and then we use money to order out. But we haven't been ordering in a while. But we've been seeing commercials telling us to order. You need to order out. But I know we're getting Taco Tuesday today from Los Fernandez Tacos Taqueria. We're getting some tacos today, which are cool. I love those. Try the croissants. Starbucks makes croissants. I gotta try it. My wife loves the croissants from Dunkin' Donuts. Maybe we'll try that. Swig for the working man. You guys drinking coffee too? You know what the cool thing is? Like, we watched these talk shows. We watched Ellen yesterday. It was on during dinner. And she suffers from not having an audience. Nobody's can laugh at her joke. She makes a joke and it doesn't stick. I'm like, I thought it was funny, but nobody laughs. There's no audience. And she interviews people that are more. Yesterday, she interviewed a guy who's a landlord who said his tenants don't have to pay pay rent. So it's heartwarming stories, which is weird because, oh, I just spilled coffee on me. How'd the coffee get out of here? But anyway, we're watching these shows and everybody's shows look like this. They're all like Jimmy Kimmel looks like this, and Jimmy Fallon looks like this, and that guy Andy Cohen, we watch him, he looks like this, and Ellen looks like this. So that's why I'm calling this my morning show, because they don't call them streams, they're actually show, they're on TV. So my production value is just as good as like Jimmy Fallon. So it's kind of cool. Except for I don't have any guest stars. Maybe I should get a guest star and just have him sit next to me. What do you guys think? I don't know what we would do. Oh yeah, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, Kevin. Kevin Bixby's here. Starbucks are way better. Oh, are they really? I gotta try those croissants. I'm not really a croissant guy, but I've weaned myself off a lot of that stuff. But I know I'll pick one up for Rose. She'll know. And my kids love those cake pops. We have cake pops. And now cake pops remind me of Breaking Bad all the time, because that guy who would deposit the money at the bank, he'd always bring cake pops to the lady because he'd sweeten her up. It's like giving her an $8 tip. You gotta sweeten the deal. And they see you coming, they know they could buy lunch. I'm gonna eat today because of that guy. Yeah. So I wonder if Harold's misses me, you know. I know I miss them. I miss them truly deeply. Oh, but yeah, I'll be back. Maybe I'll go there Saturday or Sunday. Swig. You guys are awesome. So good. Oh, yeah. So what should I do now? I think I got to get to work, guys. But thank you for joining me on my magical quest to please people in the morning. I can inspire you to do something awesome. That would be cool. And if I could inspire you to just do something that people will remember tomorrow, you know, wake up and do what makes you happy. And today was a good coffee based theme song. Yesterday I talked about Star Wars. Today with coffee. I haven't. We're still talking. The chocolate filled ones. Oh, the croissants with chocolate. That's crazy. And you put chocolate on my bread. That's like Nutella. Taco any day. Yeah, absolutely. Taco any day. Taco Tuesdays because they're only $1. But yeah, I'm a big fan of tacos. I love Harold's Chicken. I love tacos. I like burgers. I like all that stuff. Deep dish pizza, thin crust pizza. They call it tavern pizza. I don't know. I never heard that. That was recent. Tavern cut and square. I don't know. I eat it all. Live stream tonight, probably, sir. Um, I'll probably come up live stream tonight. I gotta package up some packages. After this, I gotta package up some packages because I keep putting them away. I sold some stuff on eBay. I had some online orders I gotta fill, and I have to do that because if I go right to drawing, then I'll forget, and then I'll eat dinner, and then it'll be time for a live stream. Then I'll be tired, then I'll forget to package my package. See, everything has a schedule, a plateau. Everything's on a schedule and a shelf. You can't get to shelf 2 before you get past shelf 1. You know, all that stuff. He's talking about shelves now. All right. Well, I'll see you guys next time. I'll be back again tomorrow. I don't know what time. It's like depends on when I wake up. But I like doing these things. I like dressing up for you guys. And I like showing you my paintings in the background. Which they're all for sale too. If you guys wanna hang a nice Baltazar original in your house, they're $200, which is pretty good. Once you see it, you're like, oh, that was totally worth it. But they're unique. They're one of a kind. I'm gonna be painting more on Saturday. I'm gonna finish up a few more. I'm gonna try to finish up at least 3. Because now that the backgrounds are done, I'm gonna try to paint up this guy, wherever he is, right there. Neptunian, Beta Ray Bill, and Space Ghost. I'm gonna try to complete them because they need to be complete. They need to be alive, and they need to be in your house. So I'm gonna create things and launch them into the universe. But thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. And do good things. Be nice to each other. Stop crying. And do what makes you happy. You guys are awesome. See you next time. Okay, bye-bye.